We have an inner layer and an outer layer for the gussets. The inner layer is shorter than the outer layer. Now we turn the crochet strap so the seam is face downwards and sew the strap on the center of our outer layer twice. Then apply paste on the upper rim of the inner layer and adhere it to the outer layer. Sew the sides together like this. After we apply paste on all the sides, we match the rims and stick both layers together. Also fold the lower rims in half and sew them together while leaving a 5mm rim. Later, do the marking technique for the inner layer from the upper rim to 2 cm away from the bottom. Later, apply paste to the rims of the bottom layer and the straps and adhere the side fabric aligning all the edges. Hide the thinner side of the shorter strap in the leather lining. Once we secure it, start making dart points from the center to the sides. Make a dart point 8 cm away from the top on the side. And start applying paste below that point and on the rims of the inner layer too. Be careful not to get the paste on the sides so we can create a cleaner finish. Then adhere the layers together. Now, we start sewing the rims of the side fabric to the frame of the zipper. Take the needle in between and thread it through the frame of the zipper and begin to sew downwards. Draw a vague line on the side of the longer straps and make sure the seam sticks to the vague line on the front and the dart points on the side fabric. Once we get to the bottom, we do the opposite by following the dart points from the outside and thread the needle through vertically. Later, punch through the side fabric with the awl again. We now align the crochet fabric and the piece of leather together. Using the dart points on the side fabric as reference, we sew all the 3 layers together. Once we get back to the original marking point, make a back stitch, then make dart points on the part above too. And once we get to the top with the sewing, fold in the crochet and sew the overlapping parts of the 2 layers together. First, we secure the 2 layers by taping them together, but be careful not to sew all the layers together, for we don't want the seam to show on the outer material, so be sure only to keep the threading on the 2 layers. The part in the center would be a little tricky, but you can sew them by using the help of the pliers and the holes from the sides to make it easier for our hands to thread the needles through. Once we are done sewing, make sure again that our seams do not show on the outer crochet fabric. Close up the holes of the crochet fabric on the 2 sides by doing the chain stitching technique.